10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team pick. Ten seconds remaining. LFY's turn to... LFY's turn to pick. Dire team pick. 10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. LFY's turn to...
Night Stalker.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. LFY's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. LFY's turn to pick. Dire team pick.
Witch Doctor.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. LFY's turn to pick. 10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team pick.
Red Rider!
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. LFY's turn to
Night Stealer.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team pick. LFY's turn to pick.
Puck!
Choose your hero. 10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Prepare for battle.
双方在前期都有节奏点，夜魔的。
30 seconds to battle. The battle begins.
What are we doing? Thought I could tough it out.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
This sustains, gold remains. What have we here? Haste! That should help. I'll take that.
Double damage.
Most welcome.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
You shall not.
Dire are scanning.
A strange time to hibernate. Not yours.
Same things, but no boost.
Tries to go in a little bit onto the puck, but Moon now out of mana.
Nice. Thinking I get out of this one. The rift was a little bit unfortunate. Put him in the trees.
The CK back. There's another rift in a couple of seconds.
Yeah, and they have the Orb of Venom. He's kind of even rift to try and get the KS, but doesn't get it. Meanwhile, we see the other offlaner as well going down. This is a brutal game to watch as an offlaner.
Oh
we
my
have
God.
accumulated 8 deaths in 7 minutes on the two offlanes together.
It's getting insane, honestly. 0503. I mean, Isis has got a couple of assists to his name, but what's the plan for Inflame now? He's got a bracer. He's moving into the bottle.
At some point, you just wish that the Witch Doctor started to go a little bit for him so that he can more. Because Spatra is definitely one of those heroes like Darkseer who pull into jungle and just claw the farm real quick. Nice ward here, gonna catch out if jungling is doing this.
They know exactly where this Batrider is.
Yeah.
Ninja Boogie feels...
Don't see why he shouldn't go in and poke him here. Deal some damage and not let him get this farm. Even deal the tar. Oh, you want money?
Oh, Firefly's down. Okay, what are you going to do for the next, 40 seconds or so, huh?
Exactly. You could even go down and body block camps if you gonna secure.
So, middle lane OP. What are we looking at now? The roll in from Arfu not going to connect because Moon has moved down towards bottom to try and find DDC. Denies the rune. Very nicely done, but it looks like he's just going to die again.
Similar story to before,
It's
where
collapsed on.
he's just playing a little bit too risky here. Heal on his Witch Doctor. He does not survive in the river against the Tiny and the Puck. No way. ways they can die there, and he's not get out of it.
Puck is controlling these runes really nicely, but it definitely feels like Ice is the one coming in and saying, hey, DDC's missing. He's looking for the rune. Oh, nice. Phase shift gets away from the silence. Hafu unable to connect
silence,
here.
though.
Now DP ripping apart Moon, and there's no jaunt to an orb. The Maledict damage looking good enough, and down goes the Puck. 3-hero rotation in on top of the DP standing mid. Gets them a kill on the little fairy dragon, and they can turn this into a tier 1 push, maybe. And Mushi is coming in to defend. So potentially LFY, think twice about this.
Probably just gonna claim the farm here, and that will be the... See how they're gonna try and take the full tower out of it. But they got some damage onto it after getting a kill on the mid Puck, who they have been trying to kill for a long time too.
Hey, Waga.
Yes.
Lifesteal is making battle here.
Of course he is. Melee. Man, get with it. Get with the times.
Oh man, I love this so much.
So, I've been looking at this Batrider because he has the item, the sigil thing on the ground, you know? It looks meteor hammers.
Oh yeah, the kind of blue Ripley effect, right?
Yeah, like when he was in the river. That item is apparently worth a lot. $1,000?
Something like that, yeah. I remember looking it up when he first got it, and it bought it for like 3, and then it went up to 7. You know, one of those weird.
Buy it for 3.
Yeah.
Bitcoin.
$3,000 is crazy. Well, Monet bitten off a little more than he can chew here, maybe. Does get a lot of 1 charges off, and now turning to fight. Is Monet getting out of this? Nah, 3 heroes against 1. No help from the rest of his team. DDC is saying, I'm not getting involved in this one.
But you have to be careful not playing too close to enemy tower when there's a Puck on their team and there's a tiny. This time, Puck didn't even TP down there. He was just setting up for that kill already. CK got himself in trouble by being so far up, and that delays his armlet. He was very close to the armlet. Now he has to get the lane, start firing more, and finally bring it up.
Yeah.
Puck looking for more. Want something.
Yeah, you've made this rotation bottom. Get the most out of it. But yeah, that armlet would have timed up really nicely with the next DP ulti as well if he had not died there. DP ulti ready in about 20 seconds. Could have maybe looked for a play towards one of these tier 1 towers. But right now, a scan up top.
There's a massive level disparity between 2 teams. We actually see level 6.5 and level 7 pretty much on the... Why? You have 2 level 5 heroes, barely. But that makes a big difference to how strong your rotation.
I wish we knew if they had already used the tome. Yeah, Mushi. He's bought his Demon Edge. It's on the courier, so he spent the majority of his money. Now getting the TP, the phase boots, but not enough to get away from the Death Prophet. The double null phase on her. Tons of right-click damage.
I like Alfu tanking the tower with Sal just waiting for the creep wave to come because he was trying to keep the siege creep alive. Little detail there for the push. But that's a big kill getting down the Lifestealer. Everyone was focused on bottom lane and Lifestealer was a little bit target for them.
Oh, there we go. Witch Doctor gets the tome. Push DDC up to... which one would you prefer? Magnetize or Death Ward?
Magnetize.
Yeah.
I don't think Death Ward is... Time you will see Magnetize. Easier to get out there, right? Like, if the enemy overcommits, Death Ward can be amazing, but Magnetize...
Way more consistent. Yeah, DDC gives it to Afu.
Typically, the position 4 hero is the one who gets it as well. Way it goes. Nice ward drop there. Out mid.
Yeah, I saw the dark green on my map and I was like,
he's going bottom.
What's Ninja Boogie doing down here? Oh, he's dropping a ward. Now he's looking for DDC. In goes Ice, and down goes DDC. Fade bolted into the ground, but they do roll in with Afu looking for the Rubik. Now jabs taken out of the game as the Bat Riders caught one on the back end. They get the final bit of damage from
That's good punishment.
Firefly.
Only good punishment. The kill was not worth it, let's say. Witch Doctor is a great hero to bait with. Still, he was level 5, right? Because he didn't read that book, so not a high value kill.
Almost level 6 as he TP's mid to try and save OP, but the Night Stalker and the Puck have already cleared up the DP.
This is the thing, though, that you don't have a great save, right? There's no Oracle, there's no Grave. Whenever DP gets jumped like this, they can feel pretty confident that they are going to be able to bring it down. Night Stalker silence, Puck silence. It's not a fun time to be DP against that.
Again, it feels like one of those lineups where LFY kind of have to defend the DP through aggression, you know, have the fear of the Bat or the CK. But if they're showing on lanes, you know, Batrider's farming bot still. Does get his blink now, so a nice little bonus for LFY. But if they're showing on lanes, then the OPDP is super open, definitely.
In general, they have been very good about being aggressive and taking the driver's seat in all these engagements, but they had to counter gank. In a moment like that, they're gonna look towards Ninja Boogie to get aggressive. This time, though, a little bit too far.
A nice little kill there for Afu as well.
Yeah.
So they know that Night Stalker has likely been in this jungle warding, but I don't think they'll understand how deep he's been able to get these wards, honestly. He's done a great job.
The thing is, it's very hard to cover the entire possible warding area in the early game. Play against a hero who invades your jungle like that. If they're only, you know, slightly going in there, sure. He's been running around everywhere.
Well, here comes the first infest bomb with a Battle Fury Lifestealer. Veil is up on Puck. Yeah, no blink for Moon.
Really risky, actually, but I think they might catch OP here. We'll see. Everyone is
silence, though. OP is looking pretty decent here with the Spirit Siphon until the Night Stalker arrives with the silence and the stun. Mushi rips forward, looking for this cleave damage from this Battle Fury, but is struggling to get it in onto the CK. It's down to this Puck to jump forward and find the damage as Ninja Boogie with jabs do clear up Afu. LFY, they've lost 2 here, and likely their tier 1 tower, but that was so quick and snappy from Mineski. Like, one target into the second target, there was no spread of damage, there was no messing around. It was very decisive and clear as they get the Batrider as well. 3 from nothing. Thin air manipulated into wonderful. The golden experience for Mineski.
That was such an important fight for them because they didn't really have the tools to fight yet on the side of Mineski. Battle Fury, of course, not quite enough to say that Lifesteal is online for fighting. And no blink Puck, but still, they got it so quick.
Yeah, it feels super good to like win that fight, like you're saying, without the kind of the toolbox that you need. But then winning the fight gives you that toolbox, so the next fight's going to be easier and easier. You know, that
it is
that
kind of
momentum.
Easier. And speaking of toolbox, I kind of hate to come back to this because we've already covered it, but it really shows the downside of not having a hard save hero.
Yeah.
Because everyone was behind, everyone knew the OP was going to get gone on. He knew that he was going to get jumped, but there's nothing they can do about it. If he gets jumped, he's going to die. So that's a very annoying feeling to have in the back of your head as a DP.
And like you were saying in the draft, you know, this Yule Scepter from DP, sure, will be able to maybe save you from, you know, the Puck initiation, the Infest Bomb, but then Night Stalker comes in and silences you again, or the Tiny Avalanche tosses you. So the Yules, you know, that one-time use of safety, it has to buy time for the rest of your team to get, you know, a sick Blink Lasso, a big Reality Rift with all these illusions of CK.
We really need to look towards CK getting his Blink Dagger pretty much. After the Echo Saber, if he goes Blink, perhaps he can salvage some of these scenarios by being earlier at getting in on the fight. Perhaps he can disrupt the initiation coming from Ice's Eyes. We'll see what's going to happen. Lifesteal did just finish farming a triple stack. Okay, now infesting the Puck.
What's he got? Battle Fury Armlet, 16 minutes in, with a Blade of Alacrity.
Yeah, now he's definitely a lot stronger in the fight as well. That armlet makes a big difference, and that's a kill.
Oh dearie me. That is a very quick kill.
2 hits from the Lifestealer with the spells of Puck, yeah.
Mineski not done just yet. If LFY stick around too far forward, if they have any conceivable notion of defending this tier 1, they're going to get destroyed. So
Ninja Boogie really sending a message there, running in even under a tower just to do a nuke. He's like, by the way, I'm on you. There's even Tranquil Boots on the Earth Spirit. It's like, it's not about lasting damage, it's just send a message.
This tier 1 is ours. If you try and defend, you will die. Moon Puck moving up towards top here as LFY smoking CK and the Witch Doctor to try and make a play here, but Mineski have already fallen back. They've left this tier 1 alive.
See, the thing about playing against a lineup with the Puck Infests is that you can't really play the slow and steady. You could be farming your CK, right? You could just sit and free farm all the time. But it's so easy for them to go down there and pick him off, even if he's doing that. So they're trying to be aggressive, trying to look for any fights that they can get. This smoke gank is not going to be successful, and of course, that's a lot of time that this CK was not farming. And he isn't farming as fast as the Lifesteal with Battle Fury, that's for sure. He is.
Yeah, it's a pretty interesting concept. You've got these tiny to cleave creeps, you've got Battle Fury, Lifestealer, everyone's farming on Mineski, the Puck's clearing out waves, and then LFY, they need to fight.
Yeah, they get dragged into it. It's not really a voluntary decision.
Oh.
So normally you kind of want to just farm your CK until you have a heart or something, and then blink BKB and just fight.
Should the Chaos Knight have bought Battle Fury?
I don't think.
Come on, Waga!
he should have been a Spectre with Battle Fury.
Should have been a Spectre with Battle Fury.
Well,
okay.
No, he can't. He can't really get dragged into that. The armlet is simply too high value for his ulti.
Yeah, I just need to find the fights that work for them. Now they've got the Yules on OP. Moving into a BKB now, again, just down that road of need defensive items.
Exactly. If my supports are not gonna save. If my supports are not gonna save me, I have to do it myself. He's gonna Yules himself and then BKB, or just use BKB and keep aggressive Yules. Be great too.
Monet thinking about a BKB of his own. Oh,
Moshi.
That just happened so quickly.
Thinking about some Batrider once again. The 8th time that the Batrider goes down in this game. It's really not been easy for him.
Inflame, with that Blink Dagger, maybe expect a few plays from him as his team was starting to group up middle lane, but play top to try and keep Mineski away from that tier 1. Unfruitful for now. They may just have to wait for Inflame to be alive to actually go and do anything. OP farming bottom lane, the rest of them trying to herd back Mineski mid as they do slice down the Rubik.
That damage. Yeah, I mean, it's still a CK. He still hits really hard whenever he gets allowed to get a few swings off. With the chain stun, they definitely have damage. Coming in mid, they want to defend this. Night Stalker is gauging for a kill here. Puck keeping in.
And the infest out. CK just doesn't look too happy about the situation. Nice little boulder smash to keep Mineski at bay for a little while, but the chase will never stop now, surely. OP, he's popped his ulti, Exorcism to turn this one back around, but Ice sees the target they've chosen to go on with the lasso there. The puck blinks back in, and a double kill for Mushi. It looks pretty nice for LFY, though, if OP is allowed to stay alive, but the damage is so strong. Now, the Spirit Siphons, OP's still going. Now the lifesteal is dropping. LFY, how have you done this? OP was kept up and running throughout the entirety of that fight.
He made great use of that Yule Scepter, timed it perfectly, and he had so many Spirit Siphons going at the same time. The Night Stalker was not able to disjoint the DP when DP started running in and chasing Tiny down initially. He had the silence ready. I wonder if he should just have used it and tried to force out the Yules from DP, but now she was allowed to keep it for a long time, made great use of it for staying alive even longer. That is the entire BKB done on OP pretty much.
Huge. That's without...
That's a crazy fight.
That's without Armlet Phantasm as well. Like, I'm just looking at this thinking, CK was a non-factor. That was a 4v5 potentially, but Mineski did use quite a few spells on that CK to bring him down, and then still walked back into LFY. But whoever made that call to turn and stand and fight on LFY, godlike decision.
It was very well executed as well, but you have to respect the Exorcism. Whenever you're close to Death Prophet, her damage is it's insane. You have to get away from her, create some distance. If one guy gets caught, it's easy to try and go in to save him. That's what happened. They just kind of clumped up and then they were stuck. They were being slowed up by a sticky napalm. They had the Spirit Siphon on them.